absolutely devastating.
Oh! This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, well, it's happening, everybody. Welcome to GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room, Monday, January 5th, 2026. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Marcus Fine, and Johnny Blaze. How's it going, guys?
Fantastic. How's it going, Chris?
Not bad at all.
I'm hearing something.
Sounds like a dog.
Are you guys hearing what I'm hearing? No.
What are you hearing?
Oh, I'm going to have to go without these then, maybe. Hold on. I'm about to find out what's going on. Chris, take over for a second because I'm hearing something completely different in my headphone.
Something completely different. What the hell? Hey, that's what happens when he tries to get new technology. Well, I guess, Marcus, if you want, we can jump right into
Hang on. Johnny, you feel better?
Much better. Yes. Still have the my coworker called it the leftovers today. But yeah, much better. It's this last week was hell.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it ain't no fun for sure.
I think the body aches were the worst part.
Yeah, on that and the throwing up. That helps the body aches. So, all right, you ready for me then, Chris?
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and go with the Marcus Fine Wrestling Report while he figures out why he has
there
the
it is.
phone over there.
Did you figure it
I'm
out?
back. Yeah, my grandson's phone was connected or something. All of a sudden, I was hearing his phone, and instead of this, I'm like, "What's going on?" I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was hearing some advertising about painting a car or something. I'm like, "What the?"
I didn't know what was going on. The look on his face was like I was saying something wrong, and I'm like, "What is
Well,
Are you hearing what I'm hearing? Well, I don't know what are you hearing.
Well,
just
for
as
a
that-
minute, I ain't fucked up yet."
Well, just as soon as the promo ended and you started to talk, all I could hear was this loud advertisement. That's all I could hear. And I'm like, what's going on? So I didn't know if it was coming through there. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Okay, Mark.
Okay, here we go. I do have a couple prayer requests. Tyler Scott and Marshall Silver both lost their grandmothers this past week, or maybe this weekend. But anyway, so prayers to Tyler Scott and Marshall Silver on the loss of their grandmothers. So, birthdays. Our good buddy Phil Baird's birthday is today. Luke Savage's birthday is today. Dwayne Mullinex's birthday is on Tuesday. Johnny Dark Suede's birthday is on Wednesday. One of the Kentucky Superfans, Nancy Roberts, is on Thursday. Another Kentucky personality, Ethan Heyer's birthday is on Friday. Mrs. Mike King, Rebecca Bird's birthday is on Saturday. Famed Scott Romer's birthday is on Sunday. And Kyle Mattingly, he worked for AACW. I did some commentating with him a while back, and he wrestled. I can't remember what his gimmick was years ago, but he used to wrestle too. His birthday's on Sunday. So I do have a shirt highlight, but we ain't doing that yet.
Okay.
And we'll see why here in a minute. Okay, I do have some results. I will do this set of results of a show that I was not at. Of course, these are courtesy of our good buddy Steve Butler. He was at New Wave Pros Anniversary 12, West Vigos Community Center, West Terre Haute, Indiana, on the 3rd. What was that, Friday? Saturday. Match 1, Fatal 5-Way for the vacant MPP Championship. Jacob Brong defeated Gary J. with Greg Jovie, Jimmy Carrot, Joey O'Reilly, and Jason Levi. He is the new NPW champion. Dalton McKenzie and Jack Vaughn defeated Quest Parker and Anthony Lopes to retain the NWA Chicago Tag Team Championship. Mad Dog Conley defeated ZDP with Dude Baddington via DQ after ZDP low-blowed Conley. Aaron Williams defeated Star Rider in an I Quit match for the vacant NWP Higher Ground Championship. He said that was a close second for match of the night. He normally don't like I Quit matches, but he said that was a close second for match of the night. Eric Surge and Beef wrestled to a draw when neither man answered a 10 count after both heads collided. And Blair Onyx defeated Laney Luck, Larkin, Shazda McKenzie Morgan, and Freya the Slaya in a 6-woman elimination match to become the inaugural NWP Women's champion, and that was his match of the night.
Okay. Our good friend Hollywood House was there at the show commentating. He did commentating for the show, and then also inducted Sam Knight into their Hall of Fame. So shout out to Hollywood House.
Absolutely. Are you a part of that podcast now?
I am going to be on their shows. I'm going to make that announcement, I guess, every Thursday, doing their AEW, talking AEW and some other wrestling on Thursdays. Usually it's around 6 p.m. on their network.
Okay. Well, good deal. Congratulations. I've seen you was on there quite a bit, and he started graphicing you, so I thought maybe you got a new position. That's good. Oh, look, it's the part-time Glenn Richardson from the other podcast we do. You're probably at Ward's house. What's up, Glenn?
Big Glenn.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Congratulations to Will Asher and Mrs. Asher, the birth of their baby over the weekend.
Oh, another one.
Kelly's going to have to put the name in there. I think it's Hayden or something. Kelly's going to have to take care of that because I know I got it wrong because I think that's baby number 2, but I don't remember. But yes, thank you, Kelly. Ricky Guns is in the house. What's up, Ricky?
Hey, Ricky.
But yes, congratulations to Will Asher and Kelly to get the name here in a minute. Okay, then I was at a couple shows over the weekend. Kind of surprised everybody on Sunday, but we'll get to that in a minute. Friday night was at the Dub for WCW Spin the Wheel and the year-end awards at the Outlaw Arena, Friday to January 2nd. Here are the 2025 year-end awards. The Rookie of the Year tied between Zach Nova and Mark Magnus. Match of the year was IK3 versus Rachel Armstrong. That happened at Thunderstorm. Balin Rose. Okay, I knew I had it wrong. Balin Rose. So congratulations, Will and family. Again, match of the year was IK3 and Rachel Armstrong there at the Thunderstorm. Rivalry of the year, Joey Owens versus Reggie Edwards. Tag team of the year, the highlight reel. The most approved wrestler of the year was Cameron Waterboy Cross. Heel of the year was Mike Noble. The breakout wrestler of the year was Maliko. And the most popular wrestler of the year was IK3. So congratulations to all of them. Then the match results. This was Spin the Wheels. All these matches happened except kind of one. And you'll see when I get to it. But match number 1 was the WCW Gunslinger champion Mark Magnus. Took on the WCW Outlaw champion Brody Botkins and ended in a no contest when Maliko entered the ring and attacked both Brody and Mark, and then he stole both Gunslinger title and the Outlaw title. Half of the tag team champions, Jackson Morgan, defeated Kenneth James, the Skull Crusher. Timmy Jackson and WCW Territorial champion Zach defeated Jordan Davis and Maliko. And then the match that started out being Damon Real versus Zay Gates ended up being Damon Real, and Zay Gates in a triple threat because Joey come out of his office and say, "Hey, I'm the owner. I'll do whatever what the hell I want." We'll put the 3 of them together. So Damian won that. Pogo with Freak defeated Juan Sanchez. Scorpion and CJ Cyclone defeated Andre Stray and Mike Noble. Now remember, it was Spin the Wheel. That's how those came about. Finally, Andre Stray. Well, it was funny because Mike Noble tagged Andre Stray by smacking him on top of his head. Then Andre Stray went and tagged Maliko, Mike Noble by literally just chopping him right off the apron. And then finally Andre Stray just said, "Hey, you guys can have him." And the other 2 beat him up, and they won.
Reggie was cheered by fans. Was all the fans sick or something?
What's that?
Kelly said that Reggie was actually cheered by fans on Friday. Was
all
the fans sick or blind or something?
Mr. Kraft, the attorney, was at ringside. He bought a ticket, so he was the more hated of the two.
Oh, so they had to choose whether to hate Reggie or hate
Yeah.
Mr. Kraft, and they chose Mr. Kraft.
Okay.
That's a good
yeah,
choice.
Mr. Kraft, you know, it was a power of elimination. So it was funny because Reggie Edwards, he says, so being 2026 and your new goal, he says, do I have the moment of the year so far? I go, yeah, pretty much so, except during the main event, Waterboy and Christian Cash defeated IK3 and Hank Calhoun. And when it was done, Zach Nova came in and attacked Waterboy because Zach Nova thought he ought to have been the most improved wrestler of the year. Zach Nova turned heel Friday.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Okay, so Kelly and I told you if my sister canceled Christmas, we were heading south. Well, my sister canceled Christmas and we headed south. So Kelly and I left yesterday morning, went down to Frankfort, Kentucky for the Kentucky Wrestling Federation Scott Diamond Birthday Bash, Frankfort, Kentucky, Sunday, January 4th. I do want to do a shout out to Scott Diamond, Calamity Jane, Superfly Johnny, and the Kentucky Wrestling Federation for their hospitality. It was also good to see the Face Collector, Kenny Cummings, Creed Costello, Fuji Wildman, Sean Johns, and the Ultimate Championship Wrestling promoter Terry England. So, very good night. First match, Frank the Tank and Creed Costello defeated Cash Atkins and Austin Diamond with Scott Diamond to advance in the tag team tournament. Big Mama with Sierra Hawkins defeated Allie Albright. The Nice Guy Indie Podcast champion OG Ugly defeated the Assassin Oblivion. I hope I got that right. Billy Maverick, Sean Christopher. Okay, Billy Maverick and Sean Christopher with Calamity Jane. They are also known as Prime Ego Incorporated. Defeated JR Rock and Axel Angel. They also advanced to the tag team tournament. And then Axel Angel won the Scott Diamond Battle Royal. So a very good night in Frankfort, Kentucky last night. It was good to be down there. All right, Chris, make me big. And the reason why the shirt of the night couldn't be done earlier. Kelly says there's 5 or 6 versions of this Kentucky Wrestling shirt, Kentucky Wrestling Federation shirt. These are $20 at all Kentucky Wrestling Federation events. These are $20 a piece. And she says there's 5 or 6 different styles of this.
That's a nice shirt.
The Kentucky Wrestling Federation will be in Frankfort, Kentucky, the first Sunday of every month. And it seems like they're trying to do 2 shows a month. And then the second one will be 2 weeks later somewhere. I'm not sure where they will have it. But
Kelly says 560 miles.
Yep, that's what I drove. Oh, yeah, that's what I drove.
That's a drive.
Yep. I give it to her. She had to stop at Bigby 432 times, but we made it. That's first 6 year. We got back to when we got to the hotel room. She says, yeah, there's a baby here in town somewhere. Sure enough, that's the first stop we made on the way home. So, yeah, it was a good night. It was, like I said, a last minute. I knew about Wednesday we were heading down. So, it was a good time down there.
Well, a lot of the names you mentioned, several of them have been on the show.
Yeah, Creed Costello, he was part of what Gigi Jacobs as the Thrill Billies. He was in it. He recognized me. Was surprised to see me. Allie Albright, she's wrestled up here, I think, for NGW a few times.
Yeah, there's her name.
We had Calamity Jane and Johnny Lee and Austin Diamond and Scott Diamond. They were all on the show for rapid fires for the Kentucky people. And
Face
Collector, he was there. He would have wrestled on the show, but he didn't get his license in time. You got to have a license in Florida. Well, you might, I don't know, but you got to have a license in Kentucky. So he will be part of that group before long, but he was there. So
cool. Well, Marcus, is that all you have?
I believe so. Let me look. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, well, I did want to give a shout out, and Marcus reminded me of this because I sent him something today. I didn't know if he'd seen it yet. Billy Starks, pro wrestler who wrestles for AEW and Ring of Honor, wrestled a lot here in Indiana. She competed at the Dub and all over Indiana, also in Kentucky, Louisville. I think she's from Louisville. Had a big article. I don't know what day it came out. If it just came out today, I'm not sure. But in SportsIllustrated.com. You can check out that article. It's a really good article. It's about kind of when she was in high school and how she got started and pretty much everything about her kind of story. So it was really good. So check that out about Billy Starks, please, to give her a shout out. Hopefully people will check that out. Also, we're going to be talking to our special guest host, Johnny Blaze, here in just a minute. But I did want to mention Monday Night Raw tonight, Netflix 1 year anniversary, some big matches. One of them is CM Punk, the champ of WWE, will be putting that belt on the line against Braun Breaker. Should be an interesting match there. Also, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky go for the Women's Tag Team Championships against Asuka and Kairi Sane. And Becky Lynch goes for the Intercontinental Championship against Maxine Dupree. And there's going to be a lot of other stuff on the show. So I'm going to ask Chris first. Who do you think wins between CM Punk and Braun Breaker? Do they pull the trigger?
I don't think they do it on the Raw. I think Punk's going to win tonight. I think if they're going to do that with Breaker, it's going to be on one of the PLEs.
Before I ask him about this, I did hear a rumor that Seth Rollins is. I don't even know what venue they're in tonight. Yeah, some people think that Jericho may come out tonight. His contract is up with AEW. The rumors are he is going to be coming back to WWE. Now, whether they do that tonight, I don't know. I mean, that's a definite. I guess it's a possibility. One thing I question is, I know I've been watching Seth Rollins on. He's been doing a football show every day of the week on NFL Network in the mornings, and he's no longer in a sling, and his arms and everything is moving fine. So, who knows? Could he come back tonight and be a part of the festivities? Johnny, what do you think? Do you think they pull the trigger, or do you think they hold off?
I'd have to agree with Chris. I think that they saved that big moment for Braun, for a bigger stage. But WWE, they like to throw a curveball and swerve people from time to time. So, but I'm gonna stick with they're gonna keep it on CM Punk for now.
The only thing that makes me think they could pull the trigger is it being the year anniversary of Netflix. Just because
it's also
this is the year anniversary show from when they first started. That's the only thing that maybe, but I still think they're going to hold off.
Yeah. Also tonight is the Stranger Things crossover episode, which I don't know anything about Stranger Things. I know my grandson watches it. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people do watch it, and I know it's a big crossover type event. I know I've seen they put a bunch of special Stranger Things WWE shirts online. They're pretty cool looking shirts, I will say. They even had a John Cena one on there, so there's some pretty cool looking stuff. But my take is, I think you do it with a bang. I think Breaker should beat him within 6 or 7 minutes. I think they need to make Breaker dominant, and I think that unless somebody comes back and costs Breaker, I think Breaker should win. That's my opinion. Marcus.
Yeah. Whoever's going to win, it'll be via DQ.
Okay, you don't know belts?
Well, no, I don't. The belt won't change hands. Somebody's going to interfere, and somebody's going to get DQ'd. I agree with Frankie Cruz down there. If Seth shows up, the DQ will go to the DQ will be on Punk.
Yeah.
If he's not, then the rest of those guys, Bronson Reed and the rest of them, will storm the ring, and they'll get the DQ. There'll be a DQ. That's my thought.
Okay.
Frankie, I want you to do me a favor. This is just for Marcus. I want you to take a picture of your championship belt over your shoulder and send it to Marcus Fine, because Big Glenn don't have that belt no more. Frankie Cruz is the new champion. So I want him to take a picture and send it to you, Marcus. Okay. I know how you love that belt. Okay. Well, just want to let everybody know about Monday Night Raw. I think it could be a good show tonight.
You always going to go Breaker.
Yeah.
Something just struck me kind of funny, because Rollins has such a hatred for Punk. Do we really see Rollins helping Punk win?
Well, there's a rumor going around that they're going to make a new Shield with Rollins. Of course, Moxley's not around anymore. Roman and the new guy. It's just joined the. Chris, help me. Theory.
Austin
that they would
Theory.
be that them three would be the new Shield.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So I mean, I guess you never know. It's going to be. Could we see Roman tonight? I mean, tonight would be an interesting night for him to come back.
Yeah.
Is the night the one you want me to watch?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Chris, I want you to watch it too, Chris.
What's wrong?
He wants us to watch Raw tonight.
The
It's
show,
home
Raw
week.
tonight. Ain't no football on tonight.
Yeah, there is.
No, what game?
I'm getting ready to watch Illinois State and
Look, he's
No,
looking
you
to see what he can find.
You can watch
against
Raw.
Montana State.
Montana State. Yeah.
It's just now coming on. It's the
well,
FCS
yeah.
National Championship game.
But by the time it starts, it'll be half over, so you can just switch over. Okay. Okay, let's move on and let's talk to our special guest, Johnny Blaze. Johnny, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing much better. Just got over being sick, so yeah, feeling a lot better.
Good, good.
Yeah.
No, you've been getting out there wrestling some. I know you've been wrestling on that. Wrestling some at FEW, and then the other one, Big Money, I believe.
Yes, BMW. Also,
BMW, yes.
in Midwest Premier Wrestling out of Michigan City.
Okay, okay.
It's a new company. It just did its first show back in September, and they do it different. They run Friday night in Michigan City, and then they do a show again on Saturday, the very next night, and they do it in Fort Wayne.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like back to back, and he runs every 2 months. Great show. We've had some great rosters. The first show was great roster. We had quite a few locals from Michigan and Indiana. You know, being right there on the border, you got a mix of both. Got to meet some new people. Got to work a new guy, a younger guy, Nico De La Rosa. He stole the win from me, but the kid's young and he's got a good head on his shoulders. I got to give him respect, man. He earned it. And they've brought in some names from MLW. A guy who was on the WWE ID for a while, Sidney Akeem. Yeah, he's kind of mixing it up. He likes to keep it mixed so that he's got plenty of locals in there, but also bring in a little bit of star power so that kind of boost the shows in the beginning. But it's going well. He's drawing decent, so yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. The guy's name, the promoter, is Rob Davidson. Look him up.
Good. Also, seen you're a part of a fairly new tag team with a new tag team partner. Been wrestling a couple places. Can you tell us about that?
Fire and Faith, baby, with the great Hank Calhoun. Yeah, we made our debut finally. We've been they've been trying to make it happen at FEW, and we finally made it happen last weekend. It went well. We won our debut against what was supposed to be the Empire, but one of the guys from the Empire got sick and couldn't make it. So he says, Mikey Woodbridge.
Sounds like
yeah.
last Monday too. Sounds like you pulled a
also said
Wolverine.
last Monday you were sick too. So you say.
Hey, we're not talking about me. We're talking about him.
Marcus, did you hear what Chris said? He pulled a Warren.
What's he talking about?
It was a great debut. Everything went great. We actually ended up being able to. We took on JT Kirkwood. He brought in a special guest for the first time, making his FEW debut, Mr. Cody Lee.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my first time getting to be in the ring with Mr. Cody Lee. And I was not disappointed. I look forward to running them ones with Cody soon.
Cody's one of the one of the best young ones out there, man. He's good.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, he is.
Yeah, Marcus,
he-
I'm not sure what Mike Lee was talking about.
Who are you talking about, Mike Lee? What's up, Mr. Jake Elliott? And Justin
Marcus?
Danger, you're in here too.
Yeah,
And
Justin
just to let
Danger.
you
How's it
know,
going, Justin?
whenever you're ready, our guest is on here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give it a couple more minutes. Marcus, you got any questions for
No, you
Mr.
took them
Blake?
all, Cody.
Chris, do you have any questions for
Kelly
Mr.
actually
Blake?
had a question in there. You know what Kelly asked way back up there at the top?
I'll pull that back up here, Chris.
Did
Did he answer it?
No, because he didn't ask it yet.
I will in a minute.
Oh, and I do want to say that I did go out and obtain a sponsorship for myself. I am now being sponsored by WagerWire betting company. So that the details are being worked out currently, but they have brought me on board and they are sponsoring me now. So
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Twist, we'll talk
and
about
be
it.
watching for old places because I am about to start appearing in a few places, especially some old stomping grounds. So
Cool.
keep your eyes peeled.
Here we go.
Johnny,
Kelly wants to know
who's
who
your
your
favorite?
is, Kelly or Marcus?
Kelly or Marcus? I love Kelly and Marcus the same. To pick a favorite would be a travesty. You each give me so much in terms of friendship and support that it wouldn't be fair to either one of you to say one or the other. I love you both equally. You both means a lot to me. Thank you for your support and thank you for everything you do in a friendship manner as well. It is much appreciated.
Sounds like a politician to me.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to get political, you know.
Yeah. That happens. Chris, do you have any questions for Johnny?
No, I agree with Marcus. You pretty much asked him.
I think so.
Jake Elliott, I'll be there.
Johnny, do you have any questions for me, Chris, or Marcus?
Yeah. Marcus, I already know your answer to this question, but this question's geared more towards Tony and Chris. Where did you guys first hear about me?
First time I heard about you was at Comic-Con 2, the first year that WCWO done Comic-Con. Is the first time I had heard about you, and that's when actually the first time I saw you wrestle as well.
That's
Okay.
same for me too.
Awesome. All right. Good deal. That was my next question, so you answered both of them. Thank you.
That's been what, like three?
This will
3
be the
years
fourth
ago?
year. So this will be the
Yeah.
fourth year for
Yeah, it'd be the
Comic-Con.
4th year, so almost 4 years
Yeah.
ago. Because it was the first year Joey ran. Because I actually had I actually couldn't hear them when they were announcing your name, and I actually had when I was putting out videos, I had your name wrong, and Reggie messaged me to let me know I had your name wrong.
What did you tell him?
Yeah. Hey,
I
Reggie,
was calling
thank
him
you.
Blades instead of Blaze.
Blades.
Ah.
Johnny Blades.
Oh, because I know Josh Downs. John Downs. You got his name wrong too, so I didn't know what you ended up calling him.
When they were announcing them, it sounded like in our headsets, it sounded like Blades. So that's what I had typed up on the videos, and Reggie sent me a message and it let me know that it was wrong.
Okay.
I'm glad
Yeah,
Reggie was on top of that.
There is a new promotion coming to Marion. They're re-debuting ICW in March. Twisted asked, and so did Jake Elliott. We will get into that when the time comes closer. So,
Okay.
Yes. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty good promotion. From what I hear, and I've seen a couple of the matches already, so it sounds like it's going to be pretty good. Well, Johnny, do you have anything else for us?
I have some new merch coming out. Be watching for it. I've got 8x10s coming, and I've got 2 new shirts coming.
I seen that
Cool.
shirt. That shirt's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then that would be the day that
I-
Dad was going crazy because he hadn't ate all day.
I was about to starve to death.
You mean
And then I go,
or Comic Con?
Yeah, Comic Con. Then I go to damn Hooters and they rip me off.
Yeah, you got to eat at Comic Con because remember Kelly had a flare up with her diabetes because she didn't eat Saturday and we almost didn't make Sunday. Yeah, you got to eat at Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I ate, and then I was Comic Con, the first one especially, because I don't think I was prepared for it. I'm over there late in the day, and I'm over there going to sleep. Chris is calling matches on me on the mic. I'm asleep. It was a rough. One of them days was pretty rough. And long days, but fun. Absolutely, we had a blast.
Fantastic time.
Yeah. So this fantastic action. WCWO does a fantastic job as usual at all their shows.
I actually got a few more things in the future for them. I am not allowed to say anything, but
okay.
This is going to be a damn good year for them.
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
when we go up there, I got a story to tell you, but I can't do it here. Just remind me, Tony, because you always seem to remember the tell.
Okay. You guys ready to bring in our special guest?
Yes. Juice.
Hello, how's it going, Juice?
Can y'all hear me?
Juice.
I'm doing fine. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Great.
Just to kind of go over how this is going to work, Marcus will go first. I will go second. I'm going to let our special guest host, go third, Johnny, and then Chris will go fourth. We'll just rapid fire questions, but you don't have to answer fast or quick or anything. Just take your time and give us your answers, and we'll do it for 25, 30 minutes and have a lot of fun.
All right. Yes, sir. Sounds great.
Okay. Marcus?
Okay. My first question, as always, is when did you first get interested in professional wrestling?
There's kind of two answers to that. So at first, it was when I was 8 years old. You know, a kid watching wrestling, growing up with it. My dad was a big fan of pro wrestling. So that's always been something I've been interested in. But of course, as I got older, I got more interested into other sports, you know, in high school. But once senior year came around, I was playing baseball, in which I kind of just I just didn't really want to play anymore. I kind of I love baseball, I forever love the game, but I just kind of noticed I don't really want to be a number on a team, if that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? I always knew I kind of had a big personality, and I was like, well, I've always been a big fan of pro wrestling. I've always been an athlete, and I just kind of decided why not do it. So from there, I kind of just started pursuing training, and then it all just kind of ended up working out.
Okay. My first question is your inspiration for your wrestling character.
Oh, my inspiration for the wrestling character? I take honestly inspiration from a lot of people. Honestly, notably there's Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's always been an inspiration of mine, especially from when he was in his WCW days. The way he's kind of always carried himself, the way he talks. You know, a lot of older people too. You know, The Rock. The Rock's delivery has always been something I always admire. I always like larger than life personalities and stuff like that. So for my wrestling character, honestly, that whole Mr. Perfect, honestly, I'll be real. I buy a lot off from Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's character, the whole, you know, I'm perfect at everything thing. That's something that I take a lot of admiration from. I take a lot of things from a lot of different people. You know, I'm always learning. There's always things that you can always grab from people. You
know. Johnny.
Who was your first match?
My first match was in Arkansas, and it was against Father Marquise.
Father Marquise.
He wrestles in his team called the Congregation. He has a priest gimmick. It's a very fun gimmick. He was my first match, and I appreciate him a lot.
Okay.
Cool. Chris?
How did you get started in the wrestling business, and who trained you? If you don't care to tell us.
I'm trained by Congo Kong. I remember me and my friends, we went to this one indie show in Indianapolis, and then I kind of was asking around, hey, who does training? And they're like, oh, where you from? I said, Fort Wayne. They're like, oh, this guy Congo Kong, you ever heard of him? I'm like, yeah, I heard of him. They're like, oh, he does training out of Bluffton. I'm like, oh, really? So I reached out to Kong, and then from then on out, he's trained me, and then, it just blossomed from there.
Okay. Marcus?
You want to do Kelly's, Chris? It's in there somewhere.
Kelly Kelly
Who's
wants
my
to know.
favorite super fan, Kelly or Marcus? Now you're asking the real hard question. um, I I hate to say what I feel like what everybody else is, but I don't think I can pick. They both have been there since like pretty much the beginning. So do I have to? I can't pick. Honestly, I can't pick. They're both my favorite super fans. Honestly,
What's
I know
that, Marcus?
everybody else.
Like your six or seven tie?
Well, we got two this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start out the year with 2 ties. That's true.
Yeah, I played 2 for 2 on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, my question.
Off to a way better start than last year.
Was it my turn? Did Chris ask? Yeah, okay.
No, yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, my question. Well, you said you started in Arkansas. That's where your first match was at?
Yeah, it was.
Tell us about that. How long ago was that, and how did that become a part? Did Congo take you down there?
Yeah. I rode with
Tell us
Congo.
about it.
Like almost everybody who I trained with, like the whole school went down there. In which, yeah, it was in August 10th of 2024. So last year, it was my first match. I had been training for from March, so that was like what 5 months. So I've been training for a little bit from then, and then yeah, they pretty much say, hey, your first match is going to be this date. You know, you're riding with us to Arkansas, which I'm like, Arkansas, that's kind of far. But I mean, I had no
Yes.
issue with it. Prior to wrestling, I never traveled much either, so it was cool. We were in Memphis, so I got to see, you know, different places and that. And so that was really eye opening. You know what I mean? I've never got to travel before, so it was pretty cool. And so the next, we got to the place in which I was supposed to be in like some gauntlet match, just some like random match. But Father Marquise, the guy who was my first match, he was like, hey, he pretty much told Kong and the promoter's like, hey, I want to see this, I want to work with this kid, I want to see what he got, I just want to, see what he's all about. So it ended up being a singles match, which I forever appreciate that.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite moment and or matches you've had in your career so far?
Oh man, I mean, I'm like every match I have is my favorite, even not even the least favorable ones. I mean, one of my favorite matches was the one I had. It was me and Kong in AACW teaming together in like some tornado tag match against Nerd and Tate Manson. And like Kong, he took me under his wing. We developed. We became pretty close. He's kind of like an uncle to me. Like a father figure to me. And to actually, finally share the ring with them and actually like in a story-driven match. Wrestling is always based off of narratives, and so there was a pretty big story coming into there, and it was, it was a pretty big night. The crowd was really into it. Everybody was really into it. I had a few matches. Obviously, I had like a billion matches against Tate Manson. So pretty much, he's someone I've come up with. We debuted on the same show, so he's somebody who I always like sharing the ring with. I feel like it's a simple story that we tell, but it's a story that everybody buys into. So there's been so many moments and things throughout. Just recently, I rode with Kong to a JCW show in which they didn't have a ref for the night, and I've never refed a day in my life ever. And so then they were like, "Hey, who can ref?" And then Kong just pointed at me like, "Hey, he can ref." And I'm like, "Huh?" And then next thing you know, I ref the whole night. And so it was pretty cool, honestly. Just get to have these guys who've been to places, been to Japan, been all across the country, just pretty much study them directly in front of me. It's something that like I never realized that I would appreciate so much. I've had so many moments that I can't really describe right now. So I mean, but throughout my career so far, my short career, there's been almost every match I take something from.
Cool. Sounds like you're off to a great start. Johnny.
Thank you.
All right. He took my question. So
Tony does that.
Hey.
So you went from favorite. Who have you been in the ring with the most?
I would honestly say Tate Manson. We wrestled a bunch of different promotions at different states. We wrestled each other in Pittsburgh, all across Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. We wrestled each other all the time. We teamed together. I guess he's somebody. We both trained by Kong. We came up together. Yeah, I wrestled him a bunch of times. I wrestled him this past weekend. So yeah,
I was gonna say I saw you. Yeah, I saw you wrestle him at the BMW show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of my. I think that's one of my favorite matches between me and him.
Yeah, that was good.
That might be
Yeah,
my favorite
I
match
got to
between
see
him and
that.
him.
Very, very good.
Good.
Thank you,
Chris?
appreciate it.
Yeah, when you first got into the business, what was the hardest thing for you to learn?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Um, This because this is something that I'm still working on. Because bumping and stuff like that, moves that kind of came to me naturally. I didn't really have an issue with that. But when it came to like mannerisms and body language, that kind of was like a learning curve for me. Like when I look at my first few matches, I'm almost like personality was there, but let's say like the personality is there for the entrance, but then throughout the match, I'm only focused on what I'm supposed to do in the match. I'm not really like like working on my facial features, turning to the crowd whenever something like that happens. I'm getting throttled. My bad, my headphones flew off out of my character whenever I describe it, you know what I mean? But like, switching to the body, you know what I mean? Doing something like that, just like becoming bigger, and also just the moments in between the moves and stuff like that, or what builds up to the things. That's something that it took me a minute to work on, but now it's something that I take so much pride in. That's my favorite part about working is honestly that kind of stuff.
Marcus?
Can I do a side question? Because you got two versions of this question in the chat. So
Okay, go ahead.
Juice will know what I'm talking about, and he can explain this situation. Twisted wants to know what it's going to be like when Cruiser shaves your head. And Kelly wants to know what it's going to be like when you shave Cruiser's head. So now you got to tell the story of why they're asking these questions. So
Okay. So Cruiser, me and Cruiser have been beefing for quite a bit in AACW, in which I'm challenging him for his United States Championship, in which he had gotten the best of me, even though he went very underhanded, but he's won or whatever. But I threw out the challenge, that how about give me one more chance for that belt? Just give me one more shot, and if not, you know what? I'm wearing a hat right now. Go Pats! But I'll put my locks on the line. I have really long hair, in which I take a lot of pride in my hair. In which what it's going to be like shaving Cruiser's head is going to be thrilling. It's going to be great. It's going to be enthralling, honestly. I cannot wait for that because Cruiser is not going to be ready for that. And what it's like getting my head shaving my Cruiser, that is absolutely not going to happen. Cruiser is not going to beat me at all. That's something I'm going to make sure of. There's no such thing as a ball head.
I
Juice
was
flows
definitely on
greatly,
your.
so I'm.
I was definitely on your side against Cruiser until I seen the Patriots hat. Once I seen the Patriots hat, I'm not so sure.
Oh, come on now. That's supposed to put you even more on my side.
No, I'm a Colts fan. Come on, man. We're in Indiana.
Well, there you go. The Colts have been bounced from the playoffs like 3 weeks ago. So then you got somebody to cheer on for the AFC. It's all right. You got the MVP Drake May. You got a lot of things to root for with New England.
Well, plus the guy that me and Chris knows from the Sports Network is also a big Patriot fan, and he's an asshole. So it makes it kind of hard to root for New England. Ain't that right, Frank Cruz? Okay. Okay. Marcus went. Marcus, did you do your question?
no, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You have a distinct pleasure of having a win over Jeremy Hagley. Tell us about wrestling Jeremy Hagley.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Hadley. Yeah, the dude wouldn't shut up. I'm just playing.
He never does.
Honestly, oh no, he
Yeah.
don't. He's so loud too. Honestly, wrestling Jeremy Hadley, it was look, now you're bringing up even more. That honestly is probably like one of my top 3 favorite matches I've had so far. He is so much fun. It was the Bluffton Street Fair. There was tons of people there, in which we were the first match on too. So we had to bring the crowd in, and so he came out first. I don't even hear his music. I don't even remember what his music was. It's probably some Taylor Swift song. I just hear him belting at the top of his lungs, just yelling at these people, and I'm like, okay. I see why they wanted me to work him. So he brought out the personality out of me so much. It was so much fun. Honestly, I had a blast. I had a blast with Jeremy Hadley. He did a Swifty Rooney. He had to insult the crowd's intelligence. He caught some guys some fat tub of goo. It almost got me a little bit. I had to my hair was super long at that point. I had to put my hair over my entire face. But yeah, it was so much fun. We honestly we clicked pretty much. You know, he's as much as
Fishing.
contrary to popular opinion, he's not the worst human being in the world.
Toilet paper.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best independents around this area. He's really good. All phases.
Oh yeah, he is.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's really
Honestly,
good.
yeah. There is no shell of uncertainty with him. You know, we talked. You know, we worked. Honestly, I always like to let things kind of happen naturally. In which, with that match that we had, a lot of the things happened naturally. The bickering, the talking. You know, he's someone to learn. He's someone that I honestly had an insane privilege to learn from while we're working. Which I honestly always retain information best as I'm going. And so he was somebody that helped me like so much.
Okay. My question is: you get to wrestle in a Survivor Series match. Who would you pick as your 4 partners? You can pick anybody that you want.
Okay, pick as my 4 partners. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Okay, man, I gotta think about this one. Okay, Congo Kong. I need a big man in there. So he's, there you go. Big man, take care of business, and then obviously I put myself in there, and then who else? Who else would I put in there? Survivor Series match. I'm gonna keep it with guys that are from the area who I work with.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Let's see. I would probably say. I feel like you should put a tag team in there. I've always been a big fan of like a tag team being in a Survivor Series match. So I would put Oh So Delicious, Camden Francis and Cake Monster. Those 2 guys. I'm huge fans of those guys. I've always been a big fan of those guys. Those guys bring it every single time that they're there. They bring it all the time, honestly. I feel like people don't give them their flowers enough. Those guys can work. Those guys can go. And they deliver every single time. Very much so. Camden Francis, I feel like he's super underrated. That guy, I don't know what he can't do, honestly. Like he's somebody who really cares about what he does, honestly. And then, but my last person, who would be the last person? I'd say either Cody Lee or Tate Manson.
Okay.
I need a wild card in there. I need somebody. You don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they might be my for real, but they're going to hurt people regardless.
Okay. Johnny?
Past, present, future. You got to pick one dream match. Who would it be? Dead or alive?
Dead or alive, anybody.
Because it's a dream match.
Yeah, of course, this is a dream match. Okay. Dang. Okay, I'll give you a few guys. I'll give you a guy kind of like from each time period. From like let's say the 80s, it would be Ricky Steamboat.
Nice.
Steamboat or Flair, like those. I love watching those guys all the time. I'm constantly watching film. Like if you ask what I'm doing, it's either watching football, baseball, or wrestling. I'm always watching something. And then from then on, I say Shawn Michaels. He's my favorite wrestler ever. Since I was a kid, he's always been my favorite. Rey Mysterio. He's the reason I'm wrestling. Short Hispanic dude. We got the same build, the same height. He's the reason why I believe I could do it. Honestly,
Awesome.
And let's say I have the modern guys. Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I study him a lot. His mannerisms, his timing, his ring positioning. Yeah, I can go on and on and on. Honestly, like I met him at that JCW show that I reffed. I met him there. It was pretty cool. I feel like I played it a little too cool. I feel like I should have been a little bit more enthusiastic. I feel like I played it too cool, but it's all right.
Could have marked it up a little bit.
Yeah, I could have. I definitely could have marked it up a little bit. I didn't want to seem like such a super mark. I didn't. I feel like I probably should have.
Always get the picture, bro. Always get the picture.
I'm so mad about that. I wanted to ask him for one, But like he was warming up, and he takes like I feel like when you get up there in age, I guess you have to take like an hour to warm up. And so then I'm not there yet. I probably
Ask
should start
Johnny.
now.
Do you, Johnny?
Yeah.
Does it take you
Ouch.
an hour to work?
I was going to say,
I
you've been on a couple shows with me, and you see that that's not true.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're working as many days that Nemeth has, I guess you're going to have to do something to keep going.
Yeah. I mean, he's working a lot more than I am. So yeah, he staying limber is definitely
Oh
important.
yeah.
For sure.
I should probably get on that type of regimen if I want to end up, in some place like that. But yeah, he was warming up, so like I didn't want to like bother him or nothing like that. And then like I remember I reffed the match after him. And so I came back, he's like gone already. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I should have asked. But
Yeah.
Matt Cardona was there too, in which I got a picture with him, same with Mr. Kennedy / Anderson. Those guys, they were really cool. Everybody there was so cool. It was awesome, honestly.
Good stuff.
So yeah. That's Juice being a Mark for a little bit,
Yeah.
I get to tell my Mark stories.
Hey,
It sound like a cool show.
It was
Chris?
sick.
Yeah. What's something you love about the wrestling business, and then what's something that you hate or dislike about the wrestling business?
Okay. Something that I love about the wrestling business, I love a lot about it, but something that I always love, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I would say something I love is the people. All the people that I've met throughout. I've met people from all different walks of life. Some people from similar backgrounds to me. Some people with a completely different background to me who I'd never encounter with if I just went on like my day-to-day life and never got into here. Like all of you guys, I've encountered with you guys. You know what I mean? It's honestly great. Marcus and Kelly, you guys have, like from my first time being at AACW, you guys have always been so welcoming and so open. You guys are honestly so great. And just to know that wrestling has brought me an opportunity to meet guys like you and people like you just throughout the entire country, it's a blessing, honestly. It's something that I very much appreciate. I know I'm very young. I have a lot of life to live, in which just to know that from this short amount that I've been around, that I get to experience so many things that wrestling's brought me, it's a blessing, honestly. But in the same with something that I dislike about the wrestling business, in which I would just say is there's no I don't believe in bad people, but like there's some people who are fans of wrestling. They get into the business, they're fans in which they work and whatnot, but it's like they train for a little bit, but then they don't seriously and whatever, and go to these shows and really much for doing it. Other people are really. That's I'm somebody. I think what I do is serious, so it's the review. I want you to hear me is taking care of you.
Yeah, I'm having some connection issues.
Should we have him back? Should we have him back out and maybe come back in?
Can you guys hear me?
There you go. Yep.
We can now.
Okay, you got me. Okay. But pretty much people who get into the business, they don't really take it super serious, in which I understand not everybody has the same goals, not everybody wants to like make it to the top and everything like that. But even if you're at like a smaller show like that, you're working somebody, you want to represent wherever you're from or who you've been trained by, and just kind of like show respect to your opponent, show respect to the business by at least taking pride in what you do. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like if you only do punches and kicks, make sure your punches and kicks are looking all right. It's simple things like that. It's you know what I mean? I'm really kind of big on that, you know what I mean? If there's something you're not too sure, don't do it. And overall storytelling too. A lot of people just want to, part of my language, get their shit in which I find it corny. Like, dude, it's pardon me, all of us is taboo, but dude, it's a fake fight. We're telling a story here. You don't need to look cool or like get your moves in all the time. Like, who cares, bro? We're trying to tell a story here. We're trying to get these people involved. You getting your stuff in is not going to like change anything really. So it's a respect thing, honestly. Because if you want to be if you want to do your stuff, join MMA, do boxing. Don't do this. Like I'm very big into that, honestly. It's narrative driven. Follow a story, tell the story.
I can tell that you've been taught well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Congo. I can tell.
So.
Yeah, I can tell. I believe it is Marcus's turn. Marcus.
Okay, I'm going to ask a Warren question because Warren couldn't make it tonight. Okay, he always asks if you could get a front row seat to any event in the past, where would you be sitting?
Oh, oh, my bad.
Oh,
You're
you're
okay.
good.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. It would be okay. I'd say either WrestleMania 19 because I feel like the whole show from first match to that last 17 or 19 are probably like I've watched every WrestleMania front to back. Those two are probably the ones that I just like from first match to the last match. Very fun shows. Like I think it's just like ultimate experience, just entertaining experience. It's just a big part of it. And then um, hmm, I'm trying to think of like a more modern one that actually wasn't around to actually get a chance to see. WrestleMania 28, John Cena Rock. That's like my generation's like big deal thing. I remember me and all the kids in elementary school and recess. We're having debates and screaming matches on who should win or who would win and all that type of deal. I remember that because I remember my dad, he came up from the 90s, he came up in the 90s and stuff like that. He was already, the Rock's going to win. The Rock. And I'm like, man, The Rock ain't been there for so long. He's going to be John Cena. And, it's Brock won, and then he just in my face is like laughing at me. And I'm like crying. I'm like borderline crying. I'm like mad. I was like, no way. So that's something I would have been sick to watch live, honestly.
Okay. Marcus, your question?
Okay, Juan Sanchez is. Can you see that at the bottom?
Yeah, I see it. Shout out to Juan. Yeah. He works in I see him a lot in WCWO, and I definitely would love. I take on all comers from all challenges, regardless. If you want the juice, come get the juice. You'll turn you loose. Come on now.
Okay,
I think
my question is, who do you want to work that you haven't worked yet?
Juan Sanchez is one of them, absolutely. Who have I not worked yet? Cody Lee, surprisingly enough, we haven't worked yet, and like we share the road. You know what I mean? We spent time together, which it's always fun with them. So I already know we'll have so much fun. I feel like everybody has so much fun watching us go. Who else? Who else have I not worked yet? There's been quite a few people who I haven't worked yet. To work. I'm trying to think. Clearly was the first one I thought of. That's honestly, anyone. I love the opportunity to work with anybody. Honestly, I feel like I'm not to sound condescending, but I feel confident enough. I can tell a story. I can really bring out the fun of anybody, regardless of what type of style they have, what kind of they like to work. I honestly love work anyone. That's kind of my way of thinking. There's some people I honestly look forward to, but when I go to the show, they're telling me, hey, you're booked against this guy. I'm ready to go regardless. I always try my best to bring the best out of myself and bring the best out of everybody else.
okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of on that subject, can he go ahead and answer Kelly's question?
Okay, go ahead.
It's like being in the ring with Nerd. It's like watching a deer give birth to a baby deer and watching it fall.
That's an awesome answer.
I'm just playing. Nerd is.
I think that's the best answer we've ever gotten.
I read the name. I just hear that Nelson, Edwin, Robert. It's embedded in my head. Like I just hearing his voice right now. I'm like, you got my back. I got your back. Like, oh my god.
I have a new favorite guest.
You got guest of the year already. I know you're the first one of the year.
Nerd,
you got it.
Nerd, I'll be honest. He is hilarious. He is so much fun. Like, he's one of those. He's like Jeremy Hadley. He just brings that. He just makes you loud. He he says something. You're like, okay, I don't want to hit you with a move. I'm going to say something back because what he brings it out of you. He's so much fun. He's a blast, honestly.
Could you imagine Hadley and Nerd tag teaming together?
I want to see them wrestle each other. To be honest with you,
That too. Yeah,
They
both,
wouldn't
both.
wrestle. It'll be two podiums just set up in the middle of the ring. They just yapping back and forth.
Yeah, that would be good too.
Joey was not happy with all of us, by the way. So
I'm sure she's not. You all suck. Yeah.
Me too.
You're
Oh,
the one
no,
said
man.
it.
That's
You're the
the
one who
case. Marcus is
started
my
it.
favorite.
She's a big Nelson fan. So, okay. My question is: you get to train with any pro wrestler for a month. Who would it be?
That's a great one. I would say Bryan Danielson.
We get that a lot.
Danielson.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, honestly, because not even obviously he's one of the best technical wrestlers ever, point blank. You know, you can't take that away from him. He is also such a huge personality, and I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for it.
Yeah.
You know, but outside of the WWE stuff, you know, I feel like he had a good character in Ring of Honor back in the day. And when he went to AEW too, he always had a decent character with him. You know, he knows how to be funny. He knows how to talk. He knows how to do all these. He knows that he's like a Renaissance man. You know what I mean? He has everything, honestly. And just to get any chance to learn from him or anybody like that, he's honestly great.
Yeah.
You know, there's so I can improve on any facet of my game, and I would love to improve at every facet of my game. You know.
Yeah, we've heard that quite a bit. A lot of people said Bryan Danielson. John?
If you could pick your ring announcer, who would you pick?
Oh, okay. You got to be the Fink. It's Howard Finkel. I really can't really have anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Such a booming voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I always said that to Michael Buffer, but Buffer was more of a boxing. He was just
Yeah.
I
I like them for I feel like they match. You know, their respective sports, but I think
Sure.
Chris?
Oh, what's been the best piece of? Oh, I think we might have lost him.
Well, maybe.
Oh, there he is.
Back.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I cannot hear you.
Okay. You can't hear us, I don't think.
I cannot hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I cannot hear you guys. What is going on? All right, you know what? Let me take these off.
He must have got Tony's headphones.
I cannot hear you guys at all.
Try. I don't know how to tell him. I was going to tell him to try backing out and come back in.
Having a little technical difficulties, guys. Well,
Can you hear us?
hello?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Hold on. Let me get out and get back in because I can't hear a thing.
Okay.
We'll give him the thumbs up.
I was actually getting ready to put a banner up that said try backing out and come back in because that's the only way I knew how to let him know.
I know this is the first show of the year, but goddamn, be like a deer giving birth. I mean,
Yeah,
I think what probably happened is because we've had it happen before. He's probably
was
using his phone, and somebody called him. 'Cause it seems like
that's it.
that when somebody calls somebody, we've had that problem.
Marcus, when we come back, Chris will let him answer his question, and then we'll go to our final question.
okay, I'll do mine and I'll do Warren's. I'll do Warren's first, then I'll do mine.
Yeah, that'll be the final question for everybody.
Hey, now what? Kelly's in there yelling about something.
if he gets back in.
Right. He's come.
Okay.
Okay, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can
Hey.
hear you.
All right, we
Can
back
you hear
on?
us?
All right.
Yep.
All
All right, yeah, there you go. We're back. Sorry
good.
about that. One of my buddies called me, and I forgot to put my
Yeah.
phone on Do Not Disturb, and then he just messed me
That
all up.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
just
no
pegged that.
problem.
He just said that's what happened.
Yeah.
So
I said I figured that's what it was. I was trying to figure out how to tell you just to back out and come back in, but you couldn't hear us. So it was. But is it
Chris? Yeah.
my
Yeah,
question?
it's your turn. Yep.
What is the best
Oh,
piece
see
of
what the
advice that
connection is.
you've been given in the wrestling business?
The best advice I've been given in the wrestling business? Oh man, I take so much in all the time. Um, honestly, the best that I've been the one that kind of sticks with me so far the most is to first off always be ready, but second off, don't just walk in expecting things. You know, like because you never know what changes can happen to the card. You never know anything like that. You know, a promotion could tell you, "Oh, we're gonna do this with you." You know, I've kind of known from early on, just never just straight up expect things. Always kind of just like watch as things go, be very observant, and also just to be observant of everybody around you, everything like that.
Okay. That's a good answer.
Very good.
Marcus, we're down to our final question. So
okay, first I'm gonna ask Warren's. He
Yes.
always asks, "Are you a DX guy or an NWO guy?"
You were cutting up when you asked that. I'm sorry.
Okay, Warren always asks, "Are you a DX guy or an NWO guy?"
DX or X?
He went DX.
We're
DX.
DX. I'm a big Shawn Michaels guy. The suck it thing. I've been doing that since I was a kid. DX was a little bit more influential to me.
Okay, then
I
my
love the
cousin.
NWO though. Honestly, I feel like the mainstream heights the NWO reached, Dennis Rodman, joining NWO, the shirts and everything like that. I respect it a lot. But I feel like DX is a little bit more influential to me.
Okay, then my final
Marcus.
question is: we're ready for your funny story. Did I tell you to have a funny story?
No, you haven't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you have one? If not, I can ask you another question.
I'm trying to think of what
And
was
you
all
don't have to, and
funny.
you don't have to PG it. I mean, trust me, we've heard some weird stuff on here.
Oh, okay, shit, okay.
Whoa.
I have one.
Okay,
Another
that
person
opened
that
it
I
up.
like to work with is somebody who I always like to work with is CFR. Which I wish him a speedy recovery. He got surgery on his knee not too long ago, so he's been out of action. But he's always been fun sometimes because I remember he has a tendency to kind of get a little bit uppity. He gets like he gets excited. You know what I mean? And so then also I have my pretty long hair or whatever. So I'm always telling people if you're gonna grab my hair, grab it by the roots, grab it up. And so I'm working with him. It's in Lethal Lucha. It's up in Michigan, Grand Rapids. It's me, him, and Tate Manson. All of us are in a match together, triple threat. And then he says something, he's beating me up, and then he grabs me by like the very end of my hair, just yanks me. And I remember just being like, motherfucker, who the fuck is you? Like, I'm like, what? I remember I got up and I started lighting him up. Boom, boom, boom. Just like everybody, the whole crowd was like, oh, geez. Because they just hearing me smacking him around. I don't play with that. I don't. It's there's Juice has two no-nos. Pull my hair from all the way back here and hitting that, you know what I mean? I understand bruises and stuff like that. It happens, warranted. Don't mess up my face. This is the moneymaker. I feel like I have a good face I feel like my face is a lot of my marketability. I understand that. So don't mess me up because then if you gonna make my face look bad, yours gonna look way worse. So no, CFR, me and him are pretty close. So obviously it's all love at the end of the day. But man, it was and I remember this one. I remember it was me. It was us three too. We go to the show in Pittsburgh. We've been there a few times, and then we're there like we're about to be on like 5 minutes. Like we got there. Next thing you know, we're like, hey, you guys are about to be on. So we're just like rushing, putting our stuff on. We talk with the guys who are working. It's like a 6-man tag, and we're like, it seems like we're all on the same page. Like we're like, oh yeah. Then I'm like, oh yeah, awesome. This is gonna work out great. This is gonna be awesome. Hell no. I ain't gonna lie, it was a stinker. It was honestly so bad. Like It was pretty booty. I ain't gonna lie. They didn't do nothing to me. I mean, this one dude was lighting me up a little. This dude was lighting me up a little bit, but then I kind of turned him around, gave him a couple, and then he cut that. He cut it out. But for Manson, I feel so bad. He was getting his ass whooped the whole time. He was getting shit canned. These guys, remember these guys? They had him in a camel clutch. Dude hit him in a rope and gave him like a small, like a he gave him a kick to the face. In which I'm not talking down on their ability to work or anything like that, but I'm just saying that one kick was probably the worst thing I ever saw. It looked so bad, and he drilled him. Oh my god, he kicked his face clean off. I was just like, holy shit, he's about to tag one of us in. I'm like, see you far, tag him. Yeah, no, I ain't getting in there because then it'll get bad if I'm in there.
So let me ask you real quick: did he have one of those mist things in his mouth when they did that?
No. He
You
didn't.
ever
He
think
didn't.
that somebody accidentally set one of them off on him?
Oh
That
yeah,
would
I
be
think
just
about it all the
like-
time. I think about it all the time. I remember at the finish of that match was that he missed it. He missed it me because I'll be on the apron, so I wouldn't be able to break it up. So I ended up being the butt of the joke at the end of the day. So,
Okay.
but man, he got his face kicked in, bro. It was crazy. It was so funny. It was funny because it didn't happen to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My final question is favorite meal to eat and go-to snack.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay. Favorite meal to eat are either some tacos de asada. I'll go down some tacos. I had tacos yesterday, or just chicken. I love fried chicken also. Like I just on any type of beef or chicken, I'm really into. But carne asada has always been my big thing. Yeah, I like eating a lot. I eat a lot. So man, now you're getting me thinking. I'm about to make something here at home. I'm starving now. My go-to snack. Um, because I've been cutting out the excess things. So let's say I'm getting chicken, I won't eat the fries and stuff like that. I'm trying to slim out a little bit, get a little bit leaner. So my favorite snack. Oh, a snack I like to eat. I eat popcorn a lot, but I've been staying away from it. Um, uh, dude, that's hard. Oh man, Jesus. Dang, you guys, that's like the hardest question you guys asked me so far. um, damn.
Yeah, if you're a foodie, that's a hard question.
Yeah, bro, you can't ask me nothing like that. Oh, okay. Okay. This is my favorite snack. Anybody who knows me knows I adore Burger King. Since I was little, I think my mom was craving it while she was pregnant with me. I think that's why I love it so much. But so like the $5 or $7 duo trio, whatever they get, I always get either 2 or 3 chicken sandwiches. Take away the buns because I don't want the extra carbs, and just eat like this chicken sandwich. So it's just the 3 chicken patties on top of each other, and
Okay. That's pretty
I'll
good.
crush that. All the time. There's a Burger King right by where I'm staying right now. I stay with my cousin, so there's a Burger King right by here. In which I'm probably gonna go there after that. I don't feel like cooking, so I'm probably just gonna go over there and eat that.
Is it the
Oh, I love it.
is it the original chicken sandwich?
Yep,
patties?
yeah,
Like
exactly. The
one?
long one, no
Oh, yeah.
mayo. Put some ketchup and hot sauce on that bit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds
dude,
too
I
bad.
fucking love Burger King, bro. Hell yeah, dude.
I get that deal. Get 2 of those chicken sandwiches and the
Yeah,
fries.
exactly. Yeah. I'll get 3 of them. I get 3 of them all the time, bro. Get the buns, make just a big thing of chicken. Oh yeah, man.
Okay. Johnny, your final question.
I'm gonna swing to the personal side as well.
Okay.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Jesus. Okay. Damn, bro. One thing about me, I love music. My cousin, he's still in process of beginning to train. My older cousin, he's in a band. I grew up around. Long story short, I grew up around music. So, but I'll just give you my top 3. My top 3 would probably be like R&B, hip hop, and then after that, I don't like to narrow it down, but like I'll probably say grunge or like yeah, because I love grunge, but I also love alternative music a lot too. So like my favorite band would be like Deftones. But
Yeah,
I also love, grunge bands, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam. Like I grew up listening to tons of music. R&B. I love music, like 80s music too. My mama used to always blast a bunch of 80s music. I love music in general. I'm always listening. You always catch me listening to something. I have these headphones. I don't know if you guys see me whenever I walk into a show. I always have them on. They're almost never
Yep.
off. I'm always listening to something,
Yep.
depending on what's the mood. Usually the harder stuff is right before I go on. After the
Mhm.
show, I like to listen. I like to slow it down. Listen to a lot slower music. I listen to music all the time. Like I
Uh,
never don't have music on.
I'm there with you,
Chris,
man. We're gonna have the roadie sometime soon.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Chris, before you do your final question, I want to add one. It's one that Warren asked. Since you start talking about music,
Yeah, I thought
he always he always asks, "Who would you if you had the opportunity to work WrestleMania? What and you get to have a live band play you out? Who would it
Ooh.
be?"
Okay. Oh, that's a great question. Okay. Oof.
And what
Okay.
song would it be? What song?
Let's see. Who would it be? What song would it be? Okay. Uh. Man, honestly, it'd either be either Kodak Black or Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's kind of old. He's not really good live anymore. So I probably not have to say Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne's like my favorite rapper like ever. I grew up with Lil Wayne. Chief Keef would be one too. Like honestly, the song I come out to is more. I'm a big old metalhead and everything like that, but the music I always come out to is hip hop. And so then Lil Wayne would probably be one. Kodak Black. Whenever I'm very rare, you guys see me work as a heel, but whenever I'm a heel, I come out to Kodak Black. No flocking. I would love to come out to that song. And yeah, there's tons of guys I love to have come out to. Man, yeah, that was yeah. I would say Kodak Black. Then no
Okay.
flocking. I feel
Okay.
like it's an intimidating song. He screams bad guy. His screams I'm finna hit you in your mouth. I think that'd be cool. Even though I'm baby face everywhere, but still.
Okay, Chris, your final question.
Yeah, what I do with my final question is give you a chance to promote yourself, let people know where they can find you, if you have upcoming shows, merch, social media, any of that good stuff.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, Juice Huerta. Once again, you see the name right there. You can catch me on social media, Hugo Huerta Jr. on Facebook, H Huerta 13 on Instagram. So it's pretty much H and then my last name you see right there, and then 13 on Instagram. You can catch me on there. That's usually where I post myself a lot. For bookings, of course, it'd be an whatchamacallit, Facebook. Upcoming shows, yes, next weekend I will be at Lethal Lucha in Grand Rapids, Michigan. January 31st, I'll be at BMW, so of course there's always things coming up. I know I have another show lined up. I have quite a few shows lined up. February, at the end of February, I know I'll be in JICW. Actually, I lied. I'm going to Shogun this weekend also, Super Shogun in West Branch, Michigan. I'll be there. So the juice is trying to get even more busy, but the juice is quite busy. But you can catch the juice a lot of places, honestly. In which merch I do finally, I should have been had merch, but I'm finally gonna have some shirts coming out soon. So I look forward to that. Which yes, I also have a TikTok, which is HWorth13. I ain't posting nothing on it yet, but definitely you're gonna catch me doing some stuff. I'm trying to put myself out there. I know I have decent personality. It's just putting myself in front of a camera all the time is not always the easiest, but I'm getting better at it.
Hey man, you did an outstanding job tonight, man. I thought you did great.
Yeah.
Thought your answers were fantastic. You sound like a guy that's been wrestling for several years, not for a year and a half. I mean, I thought your answers were spot on. And I really meant what I said. I could tell you was trained well and taught well because I mean, I was really impressed. I thought you did a great job. You're one of my favorite guests, and we've done about 70 or 75 guys. So. And also ladies too. We've had some ladies on
All
too.
right.
So 75 people. So you was outstanding. So we greatly appreciate you coming on.
All right, thank you, Tony. I honestly appreciate that. Great, I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Well, you have a great night, and we will definitely have you on again sometime.
Oh, definitely. I would love to. You guys, honestly, appreciate you guys so much. It was so much fun.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll be seeing you
All
the
right.
31st, if not sooner.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, you guys
Sure.
have a great night. Take care.
Yeah,
Too,
yeah.
bro.
Guys, I thought that was outstanding.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I
And
thought he'd been wrestling longer than he had. When we saw him in AACW, I would have thought he'd been wrestling a lot longer than a year and a half, close to
and,
2 years.
and he's working, man, because he's already been in Pittsburgh. He first match ever in Arkansas. up in Michigan all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
he's putting in the work. You can tell he's serious. And
I think Cecil's getting ready to use him too. So
yeah, awesome. He'll be over in Illinois. So that's great, man. Yeah, I thought he was. I thought he would do fine, but he blew me away. I thought he did fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Well, guys, you guys got anything before we get out of here?
WCWO's in Lebanon this week.
That's
It's a
right.
Boys and Girls Club, I think is what it is. Oh,
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah. And of course, the dub. Of course, WCW with the dub.
Every Friday night, baby.
I think that's the only shows I know of this weekend.
Where did you say they were out this weekend?
Lebanon
Lebanon.
at the Boys and Girls Club. I think it's hang on.
RCWA in Richmond.
I don't see a lot of stuff on Facebook with them guys. I used to, but I don't see much anymore. Not like I used to. Because I would see flyers and stuff, but not too often. Well, everybody have a great night, and we'll be back on. Me and Chris will be back on all week with sports shows and stuff, but we'll be back on with Face or Heel on Thursday at 8 p.m. Also, check out Hollywood House's show. I'll be on there Thursday night. It's around 6 o'clock, and we'll be talking AEW. I'm going to be working with them guys on Thursdays from now on. So, having a blast. So,
and I guess I can give a week out. A week from today, I will be on Calamity Jane's. Me and Mortimer Blankenship III will be on Calamity Jane's podcast after we're done with this one. So,
nice.
Marcus, I don't know how you're going to get a word in there.
I'll go first.
you better with Calamity there and Mortimer there. You better be ready to go.
Oh yeah,
because they can go.
Yeah, I got to see her work this weekend. Damn, she is very good at what she does. I told her, I said, I don't know why anybody's giving you shit.
I figured she was real good at it just from talking to her that night.
Oh, well, they had to handcuff her because she always gets involved. So they handcuffed her to, I'm not sure who that lady was. And she's over there crying up a storm and yelling and freaking out because they're restraining her without a reason. I mean, man, she is just going all out with it. Tears are dripping off her chin. It's like, boy, you're playing the part well. It's like,
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, she's very good. Yeah, definitely going to have her on again sometime. Johnny, we appreciate you coming on. And
thanks for having me, fellas. I appreciate it. It's always fun.
Again, right? Yep.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on again soon. So
awesome. I look forward to it. Thank you, fellas.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah, I'll be seeing y'all soon. Yep. Have a good night.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.